Hey, how you doing? This is Kitch, and you are watching me play a Warptorio. Someone had mentioned in the comments about using this belt. We did the sushi setup mini an episode ago, and speaking of which, let's just do circuits. Let's go and get that out of the way. I've been holding it off, but we did the sushi series where you could actually use one belt to do a lot of things using some circuit logic, and that would work out well. And I've had the idea. I've had the idea many times to be able to send copper and just whatever we're making down to further levels. The reason why I have stayed away from it is it's my understanding. Well, I mean, we could limit this chest, right? Based on inputs, and we can control basically the contents of this guy. However, I don't think circuit connections can go between the levels. I saw a post in the mod discussions about that not working properly. So it's kind of not been a thing. I believe we would have to have logic that somehow. Well, like let's say we limited this to like 100 iron and 100 copper, right? This, from the way I understand it, or from the way this is like a teleporter, right? It teleports from this chest down to this one, and those inventories aren't shared. Well, I mean, we can figure it out. We just discovered circuit network. What do we need? Copper and electronic circuits. We should have those. We're not buffering any of these. We probably should be. Let's see. We'll research something. Don't know what. Let's do stack inserters. Seems reasonable. All right, we should be able to get some wire now. And let's see. I don't think there's any way to transfer the contents. That's 3.2K. Yeah, so that's the contents of that chest. And I don't know. Oh. Well. Oh, it's giving the accumulator value. And I don't think those chests are linked in any way. Yeah, no, it's going to show. Yeah, so I mean that's my hesitation there. I don't know that there's a way, because it's all going to depend on demand down here, right? If we're using a lot more iron than we're using copper, eventually this is going to fill up with copper, right? Even if it's limited to 100 up there. Maybe not. That's kind of my thought, at least. I don't know. All right, so we are currently making green circuits elsewhere, and we don't have an immediate need for any red belts. So I'm going to go ahead and take this out. And I want to get refining set back up here so that we can refine things. And I do believe I want to keep it out here. Do we have that stuff? Yes, we do. All right, so right there, maybe. So if we started that and get you going to refining. And someone had also mentioned about the advanced oil processing. Let's see, I think I want you to go out all the way like that. And the reason why I've been kind of hesitant to do that is because my biggest need right now has been light oil and not petroleum like it technically is. So I've kind of shied away from that. I don't know. I guess there's no reason why we couldn't research it. Let's see. Water would be on that side. That is going to be our oil input. Is that going to conflict with tanks? I don't believe so. And let's see. We need to get... Let's see. This is still going to be our oil input. That's going to come up here. And go like that. So we'll refill our tanks from up there. We should probably, this isn't necessary, but I'm going to do it anyway. Just so we don't backfill that pipe. All right, and that's going to put it into that tank, and I believe what I want to do is take the input out of this bottom tank. And I don't know if that makes sense mechanically, but it makes sense to me. We push into this tank, we pull out of that tank, and all is fine in the world. Okay, we can take light oil over here and just hook it into the system like that. All right, and let's see. Then we need to start making some things and researching some things. What do we want to do? What do we want to shoot for? Let's do low-density structures. I think we need those for the next level of science. Speaking of the next level of science, we need productivity modules, rail, and, oh, I don't even think we need refining for any of that, do we? What does an electronic furnace take? I think it's just red circuits, right? And stone brick. Oh. Stone is way up there, and we don't have any close by. I suspect it's probably because the platform generated over it. There's a lot down there, too. Any oil? No. And biters haven't been attacking in a while, and I have a suspicion on why that is, but we'll just confirm that. I'll confirm it before I do anything about that. Do we want to do... Let's do the next level of science here. Electric furnaces need stone brick. Well, we're kind of at an impasse here. We can't really do anything. Productivity modules just need electronic circuits and advanced circuits. And I don't remember how many of the purple science that we need. I want to say it may be 2. Maybe 3. Anyway, we're going to need steel, stone, and iron sticks for the railroad track. We have steel right there. Stone we can bring in anywhere, and iron sticks. Boy, I need to look into getting squeaked through, just to be annoyed less. I guess we can really do this anywhere. We don't have to do it. We have a lot of room up here. All right, sorry about that brief pause there. I wanted to just go and check over my numbers, and I think I've got this figured out. We're going to need... a couple of machines making productivity modules. So let's go ahead and set those up. I figured we'll do it right here because we have everything we need to make productivity modules right here. And we can send those out to a belt. How many? You guys need 3 items, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, but it needs like a lot of rail. All right, let's do productivity modules and electric furnaces. We should only need 1 of those. And you require steel, stone brick. Actually, you can send directly out to a splitter, right? And does that get it going on both sides? I would like it to. Oh no, it's reaching over it. Okay, spaghetti's fun. Just trying to minimize the amount of boxes that I need to keep full of steel. All right, and then we've got to get you stone brick somehow. And you're kind of going to be the only thing, I think, that uses stone brick, so we'll just set up that box right there and move this power pole a little bit to make that easily clickable. And that should work for you. So if we get that right there... Okay, that should get that belt set. And we're going to need, let's come down here. We're going to need 3 of these, making purple science. And we can do this with 1 of these. Let's see, if we did 1... Did that setup right there, maybe? You make railroad tracks, and you make the purple science. Then we could have... that as an input line. You need sticks. And you grab from there, you grab from there, you grab from there. And you put there. You put there. And you put there. Okay, and you need steel and stone. Actually, that can just go right there. And you would need iron. And that would work, kind of, sort of. We would have our steel here. Let's pause this line real quick and see if we can just shove this up here somewhere. Let's see, iron would be there. There's no reason that has to come from that side. That's what I'm thinking. Let's see if we can make this work. Okay, the output line, we want to keep going that way. I believe our input line, we're going to want to reverse. Okay, and we've got to get the science out of there. Coming down here, that needs to hook up right there. That is only ever going to be steel. So that would go right there. We could put a raw stone box right there because that's all you're ever going to do. And you go in like that. Then we just need to get this line right here coming down. Okay. Let's see, that's our input line there. You come on out, and you go on the inside of that. All right, now what we lack is like a ton of stone. But we can go ahead and get these guys powered up. Even though we can't really produce anything right now because we're missing materials. All right, so, yeah, stone is going to be the name of the game, isn't it? That and manually moving this stuff up and down between levels. Yeah, not necessarily thrilled about that, but not really quite sure what else we can do about it. Actually, let's just keep those in our inventory. Why no power? Why max power? Not just adding those things, right? Let's turn off this beacon. Boy, that sucked the power back up, didn't it? Can we hook this up without hooking up the beacon? I mean, it's such a dramatic thing. 480 kilowatts. I mean, that's not that much. But yeah, it just sucks that accumulator down. I think we're going to have to get the next level of the logistics upgrade. That should give us more of that, which requires the purple science and also requires logistics 3. Okay, so we're not that far away from it. We just need to get us some stone. And we're still not being attacked. Looking at the mod code and the way that this works, it's a less than operation. It's looking, and there's like a one, I think it's a 1 point, like, what's the word? Tolerance that it's kind of going on. And, I turned the sound off because this thing was just going woom, 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 woom. So I think it's in a loop here. I think it's in a loop where it's just constantly going and setting the pollution to 0. I bet we could take a look at that. Yeah. That is exactly what is happening. Shame on me for theorizing on that and not acting on it. Exploiting a bug, as it were. But I had to know. It was just a thought that I had, and yeah, I think it turns out that's exactly the case. So we probably want to warp here soon, although we could take advantage of this and just kind of hang out here forever. But yeah, I mean, we're at 87 minutes here, so that just doesn't seem right to me. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pack stuff up, I think, and we'll move on to the next world where the biters will attack us again, and yeah, I guess we'll see what's next. I mean, we need to set up some refining. It would be nice to have, like, robots and stuff like that. That would be good.